How we doing? I hope we're having a good weekend. And I just want a quick one to come at you. Like I've been thinking a lot during lockdown. I feel like almost we're still not out of lockdown, but because I'm going back to work, I feel like the lockdown's been lifted a little bit for me. So I'm kind of looking at the phase of not being working to now getting back to work as my lockdown. And I've been reading a lot. I've been listening a lot. I've been injured a lot as well, and you know ultimately, I've been thinking why, I've had a pretty poor, year. I've had a pretty poor 4 years actually of running, and I keep thinking like, why do I keep doing it to myself? Like, or some people may have quit if they were in the same position, or maybe some people right now are thinking, Sean, why have you not quit running yet? But I was listening to this podcast with Jocko Willink, and honestly, this is what literally summed it up. So he was speaking about how, when he gets up in the morning, he goes to war. He goes to war, not physically, but mentally in his mind. And that's where, when I look at war, I'm thinking of, like your demons, your negative self talk. Should I go for a run? Should I sleep in? Should I eat that? Should I not? Do I, how many, squats do I do today? How far do I run? It's raining outside, the whole, I'm working late. All these excuses, all these demons that pop up, and that's you going to war with this. So that's what I'm thinking about. You're going to war with yourself every single day. And are you going to win or are you going to lose? And that's for you to choose. Hey, that rhymed. I'm a poet and I know it. But I really, really like that, where you go to war with yourself every single day. Like it's not as if you eventually win. These demons pop in and out your head each and every day, and you've got to win the battle every single day. And eventually it becomes a little bit easier, but the war's always there, the battle's still there, always, always, always. And the next one he talked about was, because he gets up and he trains every single day. I train every single day, whether it's running, whether it's cycling, whether it's, circuits, whatever it may be. I want to train every single day because I love the satisfaction I get after I train, and it feels like I've won that war in my head. And then the demons in my head later on in the day, maybe with procrastination in terms of, doing client programs or, reading a book or learning, I feel that I can combat them a little bit better because I won the war in the morning by getting out, quieting those demons of should I go out and exercise or should I not? I get out and I won that war. So then I feel like it's easier to win the little battles along the road the rest of the day. And he spoke about, and this is probably why I've not hung my shoes up with running, was one because I love it to bits. Like I just love running, but I also love exercising. But I also love suffering. Like I know that when I suffer and when I get out of my comfort zone, that's what's made me a great businessman. That's what's made people great businessmen, great businesswomen, great athletes, the sporting greats, and the people you idolise. They go through the suffering, they go through the pain and the suffering and the growth, and get out their comfort zone to help them achieve great things. And he speaks about basically pushing a rock up a mountain, this huge rock. Like I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, I bet it's like an Atlas stone. He's pushing this Atlas stone up the mountain every day. Every time he exercises, he pushes it up a little bit further. Next day, a little bit further. And then he said, do you know what? But see, as soon as I get to the top of that mountain, I'll push that motherfucker back down, and I'll go back down and I'll do it all over again. He said, because I just love the suffering, I love the grind. And I feel that, and I think this is quite relevant just now because, as you know, in Scotland, we're getting back to the gyms, and people are probably saying to themselves, I'm going to get back fit, I'm going to get back strong, I'm going to, get lean, I'm going to get shredded, whatever it may be, I'm going to get, gains, whatever it is. But when Monday morning comes, we'll see. We'll see if you're willing to suffer, or we'll see if you're willing to hit the snooze button. And this is where, if you know the score, you hit the snooze button, you snooze, you lose. If you don't hit that snooze button and you get up and you get after it and you grind your face off, you've won that war. And see that satisfaction for the rest of the day, how you hold yourself, the decisions you then that follow along from winning the battle in the morning with your head are so much more positive, because you don't want to basically, it's like a domino effect. When it goes in motion, it stays in motion. It's like Newton's law of behaviour. You know, when something's in motion, it will stay in motion. So I feel that when you get after it, you break that cycle of, you know, sort of negative self-talk, not showing up when you're supposed to show up. I feel that these things lead to more negative decisions down the line in your day. You know, then you'll have the chocolate bar, then you'll have the packet of crisps, then you'll maybe have the takeaway. Why? Because it's like, well, I don't care. Like I really don't. But see, when you do those actions, you do care, and then you don't want to mess it up. So a wee video. Hopefully this helps.